Alright, I've now got to play with what we're calling Kate. The 572 XP, running the full comp. I think it's an Oregon chain. It says Husky on it, but I think it's the same thing as an LPX, I believe. I believe it's the same thing as the 72 LPX. Don't hold me to it. But it's got the large felon dogs on it, and they're okay, but they're in the way. I took a flat file and I blunted the bottom of them because it was sticking in the trees too much when you was wanting the dog in and walk around. And when it sticks in the tree, it pulls all the power out of the saw. A lot of people's not going to believe that, but I've learned that from an old time smart ass up in Connecticut, and that is a fact. Whenever them dogs are sharp and they bite and they pull, the forces of that pulls that saw into the cut, which is going to stall your chain, and it just makes for an aggravation. A lot of people says the saw's junk because the way the dogs are performing with the chain to make the saw bog out. But that's irrelevant. This here is a brand new saw. I've only sharpened the chain twice, but I think that thing's starting to come around now. And we're cutting hard maple. They're not big, by no means, but it's still hardwood, hard maple. This ain't your pecker pole pine. And I just cut a beech down here a while ago that was probably 30 inches on the stump, and I couldn't reach it all. I should have bored through the center, but I didn't. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. But that thing's just melting through this hardwood. It's an auto tune saw. You ain't got no adjustments on the carburetor. This is Husky's new version of the 372. Never did run a 372. The only Husky I've ever ran was a 395, and of course just a powerhouse. But this thing here has got some potential to it. It's got an exhaust port coming out the top, and they've got all kinds of room for an extra exhaust ports. It's got the double face plate where you can take the face off, and easy to get into to do any kind of modifications. I have seen and held in my hand the cylinder to this 572, and you talking about a dream to port. I mean, they just look super easy. And I believe the flywheel key on these are built into the flywheel, where a steel is shimmed on the shaft, and you can mill that down to advance your timing. A cheap, easy way. I'm not for sure yet how you can advance the timing on these. I haven't messed with it, and I'm not gonna mess with it. I'm gonna leave it stock for a pretty good while. But now that I got this chain tuned in, I'm gonna play around in this hard maple and might get that ash right there if Tater ever gets out of that hole down there, because that's where it's wanting to go. I might play with that hard maple there too, but let me get the phone set up and I'll quit yik-yakking and get to work. Here we go. Kate's maiden voyage. believe he's out of the way. I ain't gonna mess with that little hickory. I shouldn't have cut that hard maple. The butcher could reach that. Find me another one.